When people ask you why you spend 3 hours at the barn just to ride for 45 minutes, show them this video. Because for every one ride there are 10 other things that need to get done, and most of them you never see. So come with me to the barn today and I'll show you what a routine with Moose looks like. These days I usually just ride and take care of one horse, but Moose isn't exactly low maintenance right now. He scraped his leg in about 3,000 places while having fun in the field. First stop, Red Barn, picked up some betadine scrub and a dewormer because, yep, it's that time again. All of this elasticon you see is to protect his summer sores or his scabs. He's got a summer sore really low, right above the hoof, so I put the bell boot on his hind leg. It looks awkward, but it gets the job done. Got him groomed, tacked up, and we went for a ride. It's pretty hot here in Wellington, so we try to keep it short these days. He's actually been feeling great lately, and I'm really happy with his progress. After the ride, I rinsed him off to cool down, and then he insisted we go on a random walk to inspect something very important. Unknown to me, but fine. I put him under the fan to dry, iced his legs, and then it was time for wound care. I have to keep those scrapes super clean or they'll turn into more summer sores. I also patched up his feet since he was just shod. I used this putty to seal up the nail holes and cracks, wrapped his calves, avoided being kicked, barely. I did not film that part, and then treated and wrapped his summer sore. I have an entire box dedicated to summer sore supplies at this point. We basically have our own pharmacy here. Then came the dewormer. I didn't film it because, let's just say it was a struggle bus. He hates it, and I'm sure he held a grudge for the rest of the day. He doesn't like his face touched in general, so that always makes things extra fun. And just when I thought I was done, I remembered I forgot to unload his grain and supplements. So I dumped those into the bins, cleaned up a pile of poop, and also cleaned all the tack too off camera, but just know it happened. And now finally I'm ready to go home. Almost 3 hours later. I don't have a groom, maybe I'm just slow, but honestly I don't know how people do this any faster, unless the horse is easier or has less issues and doesn't need any doctoring, but Moose does. So this is what it looks like. Thank you for watching and follow for more.
Let's go and get the horse. For myself, and for safety's sake, I'm going to leave it for tonight. I've just got a few bits to touch up on his legs tomorrow and do his face, but as you can see, he's just getting fixed. But he looks good. After finishing clipping, it is the dreaded task of tidying up. This is my worst nightmare because after bathing and clipping in there, the wet hair sticks to the floor and you just can't get it up. Anyway, I tidied up the best I could, and then it was feeding round. I can't lie, when I got these feeds out of the bin, I spilled them absolutely everywhere. So the horses probably thought I was being a bit stingy, but oh well, accidents happen. By accidents happening, I mean I exist. Anyway, that is the first pony fed. Honestly, I'm so lucky because every single horse on this yard is an absolute gem and just so polite. And this is second pony fed, and then we are on to third pony, and by third pony I mean giant. This one I did just drop it over the door because obviously the shape of the stable door has changed, and because Dylan is my boy, I went in and gave him his dinner and a bit of a loving because that is my baby and I love him. And after his dinner I gave him a carrot because, you know, he'd been super well behaved and he deserved it. Anyway, I then just gave him a kiss goodnight and I went home itching vicariously.
What does the sign say, Eva?
What does the sign say? Me and Panda are in the Arena of Dreams at Hoy's in exactly 1 week today, and these are all the things that I'm doing on my day-to-day schooling with Panda to get him ready for Hoy's. Tonight we had our first ever arena hire and it went so well. Panda was absolutely on fire and performed absolutely incredible. We've been having lots and lots of lessons recently, which I think has helped so much. I've actually also changed the way I start warming up Panda now, and it's made the biggest difference. When I first get on Panda, I like to really make him stretch. I just find that it makes him so much looser in his neck and so much stiller in the mouth after he's had a lovely stretch and walk and then a nice slow steady trot. My physios also told me I need to give Panda treats either side when I first get on Panda to make him stretch his neck to the left and onto the ride, and it's honestly helped so much. Panda's been having a lot of physio, and to be honest, he's just been having so many appointments. He's had his teeth done, he's having his feet done this week, and he's even had his sheath cleaned, and he's had about 3 physio appointments so far, and I think he's having 1 more right before Hoys. I am so excited. My excitement, I can't even put it into words. This will be my first ever time taking Panda to Hoys myself, and my first ever time riding Panda at Hoys myself. I've never even sat on him in the warm-up before at Hoys. So this is a very, very, very big deal for me, and we are working so hard. I've already stocked up on all of my grooming products, ready for Hoys, all my stain remover sprays, all of my white sprays, everything is already topped up, and I am so organised, which, if you know me, is super unusual. When I took Rolo to Hoys last year, it was absolutely pouring it down with rain the whole entire week, so my one wish for the week for Hoys is for it not to rain, because everything was wet. The rugs, all the ponies, all of the stables, all the shavings were so soggy. I even remember when we took Rolo down to the ring for the warm-up, we had 3 umbrellas on Rolo trying to keep him dry, and he also had his turnout rug on. I mean, talk about a bomb-proof pony. I don't think you could ever catch me holding an umbrella on top of Panda, so I just pray that it's not raining. But anyways, enough talk about the weather now, because I do sound like a proper British person rambling on about the weather. It's literally, this is a Hoys prep mini vlog, Harlow. It's not about the weather. But anyways, back to me schooling Panda. As you can see, I'm doing lots of extension and lots of bringing Panda back onto his hocks. We did lots of transitions today, as I struggled to keep Panda back on his ox, but also keeping him up in the frame and moving forward. But I've got plenty more time to practice, because tomorrow I'm doing a Hoys clinic with Panda, where there's going to be lots of other ponies there. Music and clapping. We did have music on today, but there's going to be more music tomorrow. Lots of clapping, a bit more of an atmosphere. So wish us luck. Let me know if you want me to film it and do a little mini vlog. And also, did anyone notice what yard I'm at? Put it in the comments below if you can guess. But thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!
Horse show day in Wellington vlog. So I wanted to participate in one of the pre-circuit shows because I haven't shown in a while. Threw on a jacket, hopped in my golf cart. This was around 7 a.m. The sunrise was beautiful as I was driving through the farm areas. Then I got onto the golf cart path that connects to the horse show. I'm excited. The last time I showed was in Blowing Rock in July, and then before that was last WEF. So I went and watched my trainer Brady jump my mom's horse Groovy in one of the jumper classes while I was waiting for my adult amateur hunters to begin. Chris and Cassidy came to support me. I loved Cass's little fit. And then I got to get on Gatsby. He was so cute. He's all excited, looking handsome, ready to show. Doing some weird stuff with his tongue. But after I did the under saddle, I had a break because I was going later. So I grabbed a iced latte. Here I am. I think I mentioned this, but this is the 3-foot adult hunters. I used to do the 3'3" amateurs a bunch, and I miss doing handies, but I'm easing back into it right now. I'm excited and happy overall with my riding, considering I've only shown Gatsby a few times since he was my sister's old junior horse, and I was abroad and then wrapping up college, so it's just kind of like chaotic, and like I'm finally getting to learn him and ride him, so I'm still figuring him out. My trainer said the jumps were a 90, so, you know, next time we'll hopefully get one of those scores. LOL. But then we brought Sweet Gatsby back to the farm. Here he was coming off the trailer. He's like, "What's up, dude? Like, get me out of here." I just love being able to spend time with the horses. I'm so grateful. I'm starting a new job pretty soon down here in Florida involving the horses, and it's kind of just like a dream come true. I can't wait. Also, please let me know what kind of equestrian content you guys would like to see, because that's super relevant to my new opportunity. And then I wanted to do a fun little equestrian fashion OOTD for you guys. I'm wearing a LaFash shirt, Equestrian pants, boots are Fabri, and my show coat was from Winston. Oh, also my helmet is Sam Shield. Gotta take off that lunch lady hairnet. You know, the whole drill. But threw back on my Peep 448s. Those are my go-to little horse show shoes. Carrot time. Went to feed my babies. Henry is my best boy. You know, he's living his life. Dirt on his nose. There's Gatsby. If you guys have been following along on my equestrian clips, I just film me feeding them carrots like pretty much every day, but they deserve it because they put up with me and they take me over jumps and they let me pet them, and yeah, they're just the best horses in the world. I'm so lucky. Gatsby is literally like a baby dragon when he eats carrots, if you can't tell. Pretty funny, but look how cute they are. Ah! Let me know what else you guys want to know. This was around 10 a.m. so very early horse show morning, and I'm about to head to the gym with my sister Cassidy. Have a great day and see you guys next time.
Wash all 4 of my horses with me as a horse girl that moved to her blank canvas horse property a week before a cyclone, and ever since has been dealing with the wettest dry season of all time. I nearly didn't post this just because the production value is not what I would normally try to give you guys. But this is the reality. We have moved to a property that is our complete dream property, but it's going to take time to set everything up. And until then, we don't have tie-ups or any wash bays. So washing my horses looks like this. I decided to start with which ones I thought would be the messiest. And of course, that was my off-the-track thoroughbred Sly, who is a grey and the biggest grub of all time. As I was scrubbing his legs, it felt like I was getting absolutely nowhere. I looked down at my hand and it looked like I was trying to bake a cake. Now, the last month has been absolutely out of control, so in order to save one of the paddocks, which is the one they went into now, I decided to keep them in the same paddock all last month in the insane rain, meaning they were insanely muddy. So today's wash day was not only to get them looking pretty, but it was to get them feeling good so they could go into a new paddock feeling fresh and ready to come back into work. And then that was the first horse done, and as you can see by my face, I was regretting all of my life decisions.
You coming to get your sweetie? Come on then. Coming to get your treat. Okay, but don't come all the way in, okay? Wait there. Not that that'll do much, but... Great. Don't come in. I'm making you a good one this time. Oi! Did I not just tell you not to come in, Nog? Right. Well, he's come up to the buffet. Can I get you from here? That's glass. Spotly. Now look, I've got this. What you like. It's very tasty stuff, but don't eat it just yet. Let me get a spoon. Oi! Oi! It's not meant to just be eaten like that. No. That was not meant to be eaten like that. Just wait 1 sec. Defeats the whole point, dog. This is not going to help your diet. Should we take it to bed? Come out the tuck room. Don't think you're meant to be in here. Come on, bye.
Honestly, like, I love her, but she's kind of a problem. No, and I hope that she's okay, and I felt super bad, but I'm also like, and I love her, but like, I love her, but she is an attention whore.
I was just saying that I cannot do the sitting trot, and Del just had the greatest sitting trot life hack of all time.
I used to squeeze really hard with my leg to try and sit trot, and then what that does is push you up out of the saddle, and then you're trying to balance the whole time. So what you have to do is imagine you're riding a bike and pedaling backwards. You're going to push one leg down at a time, and you're going to keep your weight in your stirrups more, so you're not going to lose a stirrup. Just think, helmet still and ride a bike backwards.
First, I'll show me doing my rising trot the amber way. So now I'm just flopping around in the saddle.
Imagine you're riding a bike but pedaling backwards. Just think about keeping your helmet still so you're nice and relaxed under that helmet.
I feel so much more stable and like I can actually drive my horse's hind legs. I'm obsessed.
And then BAM! She got hit by a big ass truck.
What?
So I walked 48 blocks in $400 shoes.
Trust in me.
I can't be bothered with that. I have no time for that sort of nonsense.
Julian, why am I tied to a stick?
To trigger any explosives Carl might have set for me.
Oh, yay! I'm a sacrifice!
Hey guys, my Miko and Friends order just arrived and I've actually been waiting for this like all week, so let's unbox it. I've just got a knife, so I'm just hoping that this will work. Okay, so no joke, this is literally like one of my favourite brands ever. I've ordered from them so many times, and I genuinely like love the stuff like every single time. So I wanted to film this unboxing of the stuff that I got for me and for my horse, so that I can show you guys. Look! Okay, I'm actually going to start with the thing that I've been most excited for, which is this PS of Sweden black saddle pad that I got for my new horse Betty. Guys, this is crazy. No, because you guys see the quality? Like, look how thick this is. And I think it's gonna look so good on him. And oh my god, look, it says here on the top, it says passion fuels purpose. So me being me, I obviously had to get him the matching fly veil as well. So I think this is gonna be really cute on him. Once again, the quality is freaking crazy. Look at that embroidery detailing here and all of the crochet. Like, this is so gorgeous, and it's gonna look so good on him in the shows and everything. The next thing I got for him was this cooling clay from Meadow and Maine, and I thought this would be really good for like after jumping when I put it on his legs so he can cool down, and like it has anti-inflammatory properties as well. This is the last thing I got from them. This is actually a one sec. This is actually a sweat scraper, and I just saw it on the website and I was like, look how nice that is. Like the wood on the handle, and this was like €7 or something. Like, it just looks really classy and like polished. I love it. So this is my final haul, and you guys can use code MELIA10 on your first order for 10% off. Okay, bye guys.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
Let's get Pepper ready. First of all, it's time to leave for the yard. I got to the yard at around 6:45 this morning, and I was greeted by a very sleepy Mayo this morning. Just look at his little face. We had a lesson yesterday, so he was very, very tired today. But after he finally got out of bed, it was time to pop him into the cross ties, to take his fleece off, and to give him a little groom before getting him ready for our ride this morning. So usually after a lesson I would give him a day off, but I'm actually away with work this weekend, so he's going to have a quiet few days, so I thought it was best to give him another school before he has a quiet few days. And then of course it was time for a little morning stretch from him as well, which is just so cute. And then my mum came up with a Costa, which was so nice, so I had that quickly before I got on and rode. So I'm super pleased with how Mayo's going at the moment. He's really developing his trot, and we've actually started trying a few flying changes as well, which he's picked up really quickly, and he's finding quite easy so far, so I'm super pleased with that. So after riding, it was time to head to the South of England show, which is where Gallop will be trading this weekend. So me and Mum went to go and get the stand set up, and there was just so much to do. It was quite overwhelming first thing this morning, but we finally got it done. So make sure to come and see us at the South of England show from Friday until Sunday this week. So we finished there at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So then it was time to head over and get some breakfast to treat ourselves for all of our hard work this morning. I then went back to the yard and went out to a show with my friend Eve, who did super well on her gorgeous boy Kenny. He was such an angel. And then it was time to head back to the yard.